Alright guys, here we go. Let's go ahead and do this settlement tour. Now remember, this is a Brotherhood themed settlement. You're going to see that right away. Now I didn't do as much work on this one as I absolutely could have. It's a big, beautiful area. I highly suggest downloading this mod if you want to use the settlement. I didn't do as much work as I could have, and the reason why is because I really have to balance kind of putting all of that work into one settlement or putting it into more mod review videos, and I'd rather give you guys more mod reviews than, you know, build big giant settlements all the time. So I kind of beg your pardon for as much work as I did do. Obviously there's so much more I could have done. So we start right here, and of course I always like to kind of build a little bit of a, I would call it a guard post. That's the way I kind of see it. I try to do them elevated, and what I love about this one is that with that unlock settlement objects, I was able to actually place Brotherhood barriers. I love that. This is actually from the military collection under USO. Some satellite relays. And I just had a lot of fun with this one. So remember, with the Brotherhood theme, everything's going to look a little bit different than I normally do. A lot of times when I build settlements, I try to go for kind of a pre-war look, or I try to go for something that's real, you know, shop-based, something like that. With this, I tried not to do that. I actually tried to go with a little bit more of a military style. So each of these is like a little bunkhouse. So we have number 1 here, and we'll go into each bunkhouse. And they're going to look, you know, relatively similar. Like I said, I didn't have as much time to do, you know, personal editing as I really wanted to. It was something that I really just had to, I had to put things together, and I had to trust that it would look okay in the end. But I really liked building these capsules. So what I did is I used some of the rounded pieces you can see, and I built like a round capsule, and then I put it on top of this little platform here. You'll see a lot of lights around here. The reason I have so many lights is because at night, and I'll show you guys what this looks like at night, it is an extremely dark settlement, so you want to have a lot of lights here. So we're going to go ahead and go into number 2 now. And my idea with the little Pridwin stickers here was that all of this material would be, you know, property of the Brotherhood of Steel. Now, this is my problem. I have some of my doors that open to beds. I'm going to go ahead and pretend it doesn't happen, though, because it still works out pretty well. I did test sleeping on these beds. It actually works. So this is from that Decorations Workshop pack, that mod that I showed you guys in an earlier video. I did use a lot of those when I was building this settlement, just because, like I said, I didn't have as much time to build as I wanted to. So this was kind of one of those where I had to, you know, I had to get a little help, and I've really found that that mod is one of my favorites. So when I said in that video that I was going to be keeping it around and I really enjoyed it, I really meant that. I really, really did like it. So I did a lot of this like pod design here. I did 2 beds in each one. It was just kind of an easy way to put together some rooms. I think I have 18 beds altogether. You'll see I have some half pods coming up, but I really enjoyed building these. And actually, let me run around the back here for a second. They just barely hang off the back here. That's kind of what I like about them. It's a little bit like a, if you kind of think of like an Airstream trailer, that's what it makes me think of inside. It's kind of that rounded look. But they're actually pretty roomy. You know, I had settlers sleep in them before. I only have a few settlers here so far. I didn't spend a lot of time trying to get settlers at this one, just because, you know, as I've said in other videos, if I spend a lot of time trying to get settlers here, dress up settlers, that kind of stuff, it ends up taking me so long to do. I definitely want to make sure I'm getting back into making the mod reviews and getting back into playing the games and making the videos you guys want to see. So obviously, very Brotherhood themed so far. These are all very plain. It has that real plain military feel to it. Very simple. Nothing is overly complex. That was kind of what I was going for. I wanted it to kind of look like, okay, this is, realistically, I can see this being an outpost for the Brotherhood of Steel. So that leaves the tandem rooms. Let's go ahead and head over to number 7 here. This is a single room. I kind of figured if I was going to spend a lot of times, I would put, or a lot of time, excuse me, I would put the knights in here. That would be my goal. Okay, we'll head over to number 8. So a little bit more detail in these. I wouldn't say a ton more, but definitely a little bit more detail. And there's only 3 of these. We're going to go into number 9 now. I just had a lot of fun putting this settlement together. I almost always build Minutemen settlements. I think I've done 1 railroad settlement, so it was kind of fun to build, you know, something that was a little bit different. So right off the back here, I do have, there's quite a bit of different areas around here where there are lots of raiders. So I did build quite a bit of defenses. In fact, I believe my defenses are up to like 270 or something. So I went ahead and put some right off the back here. I did put a lot of Brotherhood flags, a lot of emblems. I was trying to make this kind of as Brotherhood as possible. So real quick, I'm going to run up here and I want to show you kind of the overview of the settlement itself. And you can kind of see here, I just did a lot of kind of plain military style buildings. Again, when I think of the Brotherhood of Steel, I'm not thinking of things that are big and grand and kind of crazy. I'm really thinking of things that are simple, things that are plain, and things that are useful. So let's run over here to this other guard stand. Now this is where you'll notice that this mod has a little bit of a glitch problem. So let me go ahead and show you this. Here's the guard stand. Sometimes when you're working around this area, you'll start to get weird glitches. I'm not getting any right now, or not getting quite as many right now, I should say. But sometimes when you're standing up here, all of this will turn into water for a second on your screen. Of course, it's not going to work while I'm making a video, though. But it's kind of interesting. So just, keep that in mind. Be careful what you delete. Oh, see, there you go. You can kind of see how everything populates really odd here, and sometimes there'll be all-out glitches where this will all turn into water, and it's just a visual thing. It doesn't actually affect the play of the game or anything like that, so I wouldn't worry about it if you want to download the mod. I still think the mod is pretty awesome. So we're going to go ahead and go into the cafe now. That cafe has two doors. You can see right above there, or right to the side there, excuse me. Right ahead of us is the second door, so we can open both of those. There's 3 booths in here. I tried to make this kind of a small cafe area. I wanted it to really just kind of be a little area where you could go and buy stuff. There is a shop rug in here. I'll show you that in just a second. But I just have, dishes, some random food, that type of thing in here. And I'll show you right here, there's an invisible shop rug right here. So when we have a settler there, they can go ahead and sell food there. So let me go ahead and leave here. Next thing we're going to do, now there are buildings over there. We're going to ignore those for now. We're actually going to go over here. And this is our power armor workshop. I love building these. This is just one of my things that when I do a Brotherhood settlement, I'm really into these. I love doing them. So what I did is I built like a platform here because I found that it's hard sometimes to get your power armor into a building. So I made this a nice and big open space so you could come in, bring your power armor in. Now all of these are functional. I did test each one to make sure you could still craft on them with all the stuff I have laying around. I put a lot of detail into this. This is really where I had a lot of fun doing my detail. Sometimes when I do just random builds, I really get into my OCD decorator and I start doing some really fun stuff, and this is one of those times that I just absolutely had so much fun building. So in terms of this settlement, this is going to be the one where you're going to get the vast majority of my time put in here. You're going to get a lot more of those random pieces that are thrown down, a lot of OCD decorator type stuff. Only a couple things in here are actually from that workshop decorations pack. This is one, and then this is the other, and the rest I kind of did on my own because I was just having so much fun building it. So I'm going to go ahead and leave here. I'm kind of going on the outside of the settlement if you haven't noticed to start with. We have yet another one of these, just a little checkpoint. Now this one actually goes around the corner just so as people are coming up this road. If you charge into the settlement real quick, you'll still be killed because that's the important part. So we're going to go ahead and run up here past the Power Armor Workshop. Now we're going to go into the kind of the interior of the settlement. We have our water there. I don't have food here, you'll notice that, but it is linked to my other settlements, and I have plenty of food in my other settlements. I built a little bridge here just because I kind of dig the idea of having little bridges. Now this is actually, if I can get over here, you can see it's actually built into the water, so it actually looks like it's supported and everything. That was one thing I really wanted with this. And then right here it just kind of steps up. I had a lot of fun building that bridge. As silly as it sounds, it's like the dumbest thing to build, but I really liked it. So here's our armor requisition. Yes, I had to look up how to spell requisition to make sure I did it right, so hopefully I did. So basically my goal again was to make this less like a store and more like you're just going to go pick up your stuff. You're just going to go pick up your stuff. You're a Brotherhood soldier. You just got to go pick up everything. I know Tegan sells you stuff aboard the Pridwin, but it wouldn't make any sense not to outfit your soldiers with stuff for free. So that was kind of my idea. And again, it's another invisible shop rug. We're going to go ahead and leave here. The next place we'll head to is the clinic. You'll notice the clinic is small. It's one of those pod styles. This one's also coming off the back just a little bit. I really enjoy building those pod styles when I'm doing kind of military stuff. Now this one's going to be really packed in. It is difficult for someone to sleep in that bed. It's not really designed for someone to sleep in it though. In fact, I considered using a dummy bed just because I don't necessarily want anyone to sleep in it, but it's kind of a cool clinic look to me. I kind of like it. The idea that the Brotherhood would just build a small little clinic, you know, this isn't the Pridwin. They're trying to do things easy on this one. I really like the idea of these little pods. I feel like they have a Brotherhood feel to me. And again, using a lot of that workshop decorations pack. That's what this is right here. That shelf in the back that you guys just saw, that's all from that workshop decorations pack. Alright, so we're going to head to our last building here, and this is going to be our weapons requisition. Let's go ahead and open this up. You'll notice immediately this one's a little bit darker. Again, with, you know, lighting and stuff, I kind of figured if you're just going to go pick up the gun that they're going to give you, you'll notice everything is pretty much basic in here. If you're just going to go pick up the gun they're going to give you, you're not looking for bright lighting or anything like that. So I was kind of trying to make it more like a warehouse. And I really like the way this one turned out. That was kind of my goal with this one. Again, this is going to be an invisible shop rug right on the back here. If I had someone standing here, their hands would be on the counter. Definitely one of my favorite things to do in settlements, put up those invisible shop rugs. Alright guys, sorry about the weird cut. Let's go ahead and check out the workshop. Again, this is going to be just a little area where I use that workshop decorations pack quite a bit. Wanted to throw some random stuff in here. Didn't want to spend too much time working on it though. I should take that back. I want to spend a lot of time working on this stuff. I just, unfortunately, I don't have the time if I want to put out other videos. So again, this is all that workshop. This one actually, I did place this, and you'll notice how differently, look how crappily I placed everything on there, and then that's the workshop decorations pack. So it's beautiful. I hope there's actually an update with that adds more stuff to it. Alright, so that's the workshop, guys. That is the last building on our tour today. I really appreciate you guys joining me for this. I really hope that you guys liked the settlement build. If you did, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Not only does it mean the world to me, guys, it helps other people find the videos. It's a huge motivation to go forward. And guys, just dropping a like is the simple, most easy way to support creators that you like, or maybe even you love. It really does mean a lot to us, and it really is a lot of support. It means a lot. So thank you guys so much for being here. Again, if you like this one, go out and download this, this settlement mod. It's one of those that I did a review on before. I absolutely love the settlement mod. I think it's a lot of fun to build here. Show me what you build. Hook up with me, guys, over on Twitter. Oh, that guy just disappeared out of nowhere. That was a little creepy. Hook up with me over on Twitter, guys. Talk to me over there. My handle is at AmberFrmThVault, spelled the same way as on here. I've had a few people lately kind of be like, I had no idea you had a Twitter. I absolutely do, guys, and I definitely want to interact with you guys over there. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I will see you in the next video. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you would like to, please click on that picture of my big dumb head that will be popping up on the screen there in just a couple seconds. That will subscribe you, let you know when I have new videos. Otherwise, guys, there will be a link to all of my Fallout 4 videos, as well as a video that YouTube thinks you like, because YouTube has been watching you. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. I'll see you in the next one.